Hi and welcome to another Watch Geek video. Today we'll discuss the news that might cause some tectonic motion in the watch world. Omega will be reintroducing the caliber 321, making the real Moonwatch available again. If you're into Speedmasters, you know how big this news is. If you're not into Speedmasters, let me explain. Today, Omega Speedmaster is offered as a coaxial automatic column wheel chronograph with a vertical clutch. So with all the bells and whistles of modern watchmaking. And then you have the manual wind version that comes with an archaic, lower beat, cam-actuated chronograph movement that doesn't even have hacking. And you can even opt to go for the easy-to-scratch acrylic crystal. To a non-watch person, this can seem ridiculous and illogical. But the reason people pay a lot of money for what is basically a technically outdated watch is history. They will tell you if you're buying a Speedmaster, get the Moonwatch, the real deal, the man on the freaking moon, as one YouTuber says. But the matter of fact is that this historical model with the 1861 movement was never used on the missions that are associated with it. In fact, even the vintage version of the same model, the 861, that commands a premium when you want to purchase one, has never been used on any of these missions. Yes, it was NASA qualified in, I believe, 1972, and yes, it was used in space, but it was never worn on the moon, despite the whole marketing revolving around it being a Moonwatch. It was the 321 that was used on the Gemini and all of the Apollo missions. It was the 321 that was worn on the moon, and it was the 321 that saved the crew of the Apollo 13. That is why vintage Speedmasters with the 321 movement are so expensive, and because of their short production run compared to the other models, pretty rare to find in all original and working condition. The 321 is very different compared to the 861 and 1861, not only because it beats at a lower 18,000 bph, but because it's a column wheel chronograph. Column wheel chronographs are considered superior to cam-actuated ones as they're harder to produce and offer a nicer, more even feel when operating the pushers. Some like to point out the fact they're less rugged than cam-actuated ones, but then again a Porsche 911 is less rugged than a Porsche P111, but that doesn't change the fact 911 is more desirable. So now with the announced reintroduction of the 321, Omega has to tread carefully, as not to shoot themselves in the foot, as they can't just market this as the real Moonwatch and say, yeah, the ones we had so far is kind of a Moonwatch. One way they're going to do it is by making this movement very exclusive, meaning very rare and very expensive. I personally think that no matter how much they decide to charge, they will have no trouble selling these. Will this affect the sales of the 1861 model, and will it influence the market of used Speedmaster professionals in general? Probably, but to what degree depends on how exclusive they make the new 321. If they were to later introduce it as a regular Moonwatch model, the prices of the 861 and 1861 would plummet, which is why I don't think they will ever do that. So tell me what you think will happen, and would this news affect your buying decision if you were planning a purchase of the Speedmaster Professional? Do leave your thoughts in the comments section. Well, that would be all, so thank you for watching, and until the next video,